Welcome to the CapCUE Tech Fest. Hey, welcome everybody. I can't tell you how honored I am to kind of gig with this crew. I mean, when I called you all the CapCUE Tech Fest tribe, I mean like there's something special happening in this region with this many educators getting connected around the topic of making things happen. Today, all the speakers have been asked to speak on the topic of change, which is perfect for the education industry because if you've been in this industry longer than 5 minutes, you know the pendulum swings, man. You know that change is always upon us. It's not only the change that happens to us, but the change that happens through us that matters. As educators, like if you don't have a master's degree in change, you aren't in this industry, right? So I'm honored to talk about change today. So in like 1975, I was 5 years old, and my parents made an upper level management decision and moved us to Long Beach. Now I was very happy in South San Jose. I was plugged into a network. I had 13 boys living on my street. We were a network. That was my crew. I could walk into their house, open the refrigerator, they could walk into mine. I understood my future as a 5-year-old because I had a network of friends on my block. I knew I had handlebar rides and birthday parties in my future. And then upper management moved me to Long Beach. They didn't ask for my opinion. They just moved me. I got down there and I was a 5-year-old, you know, without a future. Like I wasn't plugged into a network. It was like the saddest thing, a 5-year-old without I was like, where am I going to get a handlebar ride and a birthday party invitation? And I learned one of the most powerful things in my life. My mom, one day, we hadn't been there but a week or so, she said, Johnny, she called me Johnny. She said, Johnny, today you're going to make some friends. And I trust her, so I was like, okay. And she said, you're going to go out into the garage, and we're going to open up the garage door, and we're going to lay out the card table. We're going to put all your art supplies out there, your rubber stamps and your stickers and your glue and your tape and all your crayons and your paper, and you just go out there, and you have more fun doing what you love than anybody else. And we'll have the garage door open, and people will just come up, and they'll want to be part of what you're doing because you're going to be having fun doing what you love. And so I said, can we make it a club? She said, I'll make a sign. So there it was. Garage door open, a sign said, Kid Power Club. And I was the president. And I was out there, man, with my crayons and my glue and my paste, and I was putting stickers on my dad's toolbox that didn't come off for like 8 years and rubber stamping my mom's car, and I was eating paste. I was 5, and the first kid walked up, Bobby Schwartz, he said, what you doing? I said, I'm the president of the Kid Power Club. Do you want to be the president too? He said, yeah. I was like, come on in, man. And we were playing and we were sticking. He said, can I put a sticker on your dad's toolbox? I said, yeah, he loves that. He didn't, but that's okay, right? By the end of the day, there were 6 presidents to the Kid Power Club. I didn't know much about cabinet level politics, really. I was like, everybody be the president, it's fine. I learned something super important I took with me my whole life, and it was this. I learned 2 things about creating a network. Number 1, you do what you love to do and you have more fun than anyone else, and the network will come to you. The second thing I learned was, if anybody shows any interest in what you're passionate about, you just give it away. People come to you because you're having more fun than anyone else, you give them your fun. You start a Kid Power Club and you give away the presidency. When people come to you because you're doing what you love to do, you give away your best ideas, you give away your resources. Why? Because that creates a network of abundance. When you plug into other people who are giving away their best stuff because they're having more fun than anyone, the ideas will come back to you tenfold. So fast forward like 40 years, right? I mean, you could do the math. My birthday's next week. I'll be 45, right? I'm now in education, in an industry filled with change, right? We are educators. We're in charge of change because learning is changing, right? We change kindergartners into readers. We change reluctant 4th grade learners into lifelong learners. Learning is change. All we do is we take people who don't know something and we change them into people who do know something. We are educators. We manifest change for a living. Sometimes change comes from the outside and sometimes it comes through us to the kids. Here's what I learned about 10 years ago from an amazing mentor. He said, if you're in education, you're managing change. And if you want to manage change, if you want to make change, there's 3 things you need. Number 1, you need to have a desired state. Way down there, you need to have somewhere that you want to change to, somewhere you want to grow to, somewhere you want to go to. You need a desired state. We're all educators. We're all looking at the kindergarten class this year thinking, that's the graduating class of 2028. What? That's the graduating class of 2028. When those kids graduate, they're going to go off to college. They're never going to have a driver's license because they're going to be in a Google car that drives itself. On Friday night, their 3D printer is going to print a cashmere sweater that they put on, put back in the vat, melts down, and prints out to something else the next day. The future is wild for these kids. And so maybe you're like, your dream amongst dreams, your goal, your future desired state is, I want my kids to be future ready. With the 21st century skills of collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and communication, I want to have that classroom. That's the change I want to make. Check. That's step 1, desired state, North Star, guiding light. Step 2, you need to have a reality check, a little checkup from the neck up on your current reality. That's your desired state. What is your current reality? Desired state, I want to have a 21st century, future-ready classroom. Current reality, Chromebooks scare me. I've never used a Google Doc. The blue share button, I don't touch it because I don't know where it's going. Hey, that's fine. You have a desired state and a current reality with a checkup from the neck up where you're being real with yourself. The 3rd thing my mentor said you need to make change is this. Desired state, current reality, and a rubber band. Well, it doesn't make any sense to me at the time, but I say, okay, well, what's with the rubber band? He said, rubber band is just like learning. When you feel the tension, you know it's working. So he says, what you do is you start your current reality and you stretch toward your desired reality. If you just try one new thing, try something, just try anything, make a change, try to change a habit, try a new technique, a new protocol, a new procedure. You just try something new and it's going to be a little tense. But you just hold on. Because if you just hold on for a little while, what will happen is eventually that new thing you try will become a little bit of a habit to you, and all of a sudden, that rubber band will move, right? And as soon as that happens, you're like, yeah, I'm going to try something else. I did Google Docs, but do Google Slides. Hey. And before you know it, you'll end up in a place that you never imagined you could have been before, but you took it one step at a time, because we all know what happens sometimes with change. People are like, hey, here's your current reality. That's your desired state. Here's a rubber band. They try and stretch you too far, too fast. Has that ever happened to you? Not if it's true. Right? What happens if somebody tries to stretch that rubber band too far, too fast? Snap! You hurt your hand, you back off. You're like, you know what? That's not my desire. I'll go to the filing cabinet. I got the worksheet from 2007. Hey, man, we're cool. This worked then. It'll work now. Right? We don't stretch too far, too fast. You all know how big your rubber band is. There's people in here with a growth mindset that are unbelievable. I know some of you. You got like the big, crazy elastic rubber band. You're like, right? And some of us are like, remember the rubber band you had on your braces? Someone's like, no, I swear that's it. No, that's it. That's it. No, that's it. Right? Right? And that's okay. Because the idea is you manage change. Someone else isn't going to manage your change. You go, that's it? Cool. Then this is what it looks like. Oh, this is awesome. I'm done, right? That's okay. There's one piece of the puzzle that's missing, and it's this. It's the idea. It's how do I get from here to that? What is that? Where do I get that idea from? How do I get to there? I kind of dig where I'm going. I understand what I'm trying to accomplish, but how do I get from here to here? It's that first step. Where do good ideas come from? There's this cat named Steven Johnson who wrote a book called Where Good Ideas Come From. It's a book about innovation. Steven Johnson says that not a single human being in human history has ever had a single good idea by themselves. If you woke up on a Thursday with a good idea, guess what? You stole part of it from somebody else. You might have been in the grocery store walking down, somebody was picking fruit, said something, it got in your ear, you went to sleep that night, you woke up, you're like, I got a great idea and it's all mine. It actually started because you overheard something there. Maybe you're in the staff room and people are pitching good ideas and you take something, you walk away and come up with your own good idea. Our ideas are really half good ideas, coupled with the ideas of the network. So the more people that you plug into who are heading toward their own personal passion and destination, the more good ideas are going to be generated. So my mission today is to cast a thought that each one of you would plug into hashtag CapCUE PLN stands for Personal Learning Network. Each one of us has a personal learning network. Mine's different from yours, and yours is different from hers. It works like this. When the copy machine jams, you guys know a copy machine? When it jams, who do you turn to? There's someone in that office, you're like, can you help me again? That person's in your personal learning network. We need to learn to get to class on time because you have a jam machine. In your school, you have a personal learning network. People you lean on when you're like, oh, I can't get this Google thing to work. Can you help me out? Those people are in your personal learning network. In our industry, though, there are literally tens of millions of people on Twitter. There's 400 people in this room. This is a network of people sharing good ideas. And what happens is, if you go to Michelle Ho's session today on 3D printing, you're going to say to yourself, 3D printing is kind of cool, but I'm an English 11 teacher. I'm not going to do any 3D printing. But you know what? 3D printing is additive, and it prints by layers, and I could teach an essay by layers. That's a good idea. Thanks, Michelle Ho. She did something that had nothing to do with what you're doing, and it created a good idea. But then you're going to jump on Twitter and be like, hashtag CapCUE PLN, boom, just got a great idea about English 11 essay writing from Michelle Ho. You're going to pop that out there on Twitter, and a math teacher's going to be like, well, I don't teach English. That just gave me a good idea. And the power of the network gets bigger and better the more we share. Because just like I said in the beginning, find something that you're passionate about. Have more fun than anybody else and grow in that direction. And get plugged into a network of people who are exchanging good ideas. And when you see a good idea, you celebrate it and you give it out to the network. And when you get a good idea from the network that creates something new for you, you create it, you innovate it, and then you give it away. Because I promise if you give to this network of people right here, it will come back to you tenfold with abundance. So I welcome you to the CapCUE Tech Fest 2016. I wish upon you today that you start your own Kid Power Club, you become the president, you have more fun than anybody else, you innovate something great, you plug into this network, and you give it away. Hey, thanks a lot. Have a great day today. Woo!